What's up, random Roblox? My name is Longboy, and today we're going to be going over we're gonna be ranking all the weapons in Brawlhalla. So I'd be curious to see what weapons are good in Brawlhalla and whatnot. Here is the list. And by the way, this is just my silly old opinion. If you have something different, that's great. I don't really care, because my opinion is the best. That was a joke. And if we got a guest here, you probably can't hear him. But if you can, you congratulate him. His name is Easy. Let's begin the countdown. Okay, so least ranked is probably Orb. I'm not a good player with it. That's why I rank it so low. But you're probably good with it, but I'm not good. So that's why I don't play it very often. But when I do, I can play it very well. But not as well as I could play others. And that's why I'm ranking it so low, because I don't think it's a good weapon. That being said, I'm trying to keep this short, so see ya. Okay. The next on our list is definitely the axe. I hate the axe. It's a very good weapon, but it's so OP that I hate it. Yeah, I'm using the guns right now, but I have to because that's the weapons I got. The axe is something else. Something people hate. It's a very OP weapon. I don't understand why it hasn't been nerfed, but it has been. And it did nothing. The axe has always and will always be a very OP weapon. It just really, especially if you're spamming with it, it's just so OP. If you're good with an axe, that's great. And if it's your favorite weapon, I'm sorry, but this is the hardest thing ever to use. Great, and when you use it great, it's so damn OP that I hate it. So yeah, that's my opinion on the axe. And let's move on. Next on the list is probably the sword. I'm not good at the sword. My opinion, it's an alright weapon if you use it right. But I can't use it right, so I don't really like the sword. I'm more in love with, the bow or blasters. I'm a very good gauntlet legend, and I'm not a very good sword legend. With that in mind, I really don't like the sword. It's a spam weapon. I hate spam weapons, like everyone does. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to put it down here. The bow, on the other hand, that's a totally other case. It's an alright weapon, and that will actually be the next weapon on this list, but we'll get right into that. Anyways, a sword is just a meh weapon. I don't really enjoy it. I don't think it's a good weapon. I don't think it's a bad weapon. You just have to use it right. That's just it. Okay. Next up on our list will be the bow. Like I said, the bow is not a very good weapon. In fact, I think it's better than the sword, but it's not very good. As you can see, I'm battling a spammer here with this bow, and it does nothing against him. fists were more effective against this guy. And now we had a sword battle, which went so bad. Because you know that I think the sword is worse than the bow. So yeah. The bow is alright, but against the best weapons in the game, I don't think it holds it on. Or holds it on. With that in mind, let's get into the next spot. On our list, a meh weapon, in my opinion, it is the guitars. I'm not a fan of the guitars, but also they could be really good. Have you played Ragnar or Lucian? They're very good with it. Now, in that case, some of the players like Sentinel don't have it as good as the other players, but that's just something I have. So I'm not a fan of the guitars, but also I'm good with them and I like them. They're all out an okay weapon, which I adore. And always get my kills stolen by Wushang. It doesn't hold up at all against good legends though. As we get further into the list, I'm going to further discuss this, but here you can see that it really doesn't hold its own against stronger legends like Artemis or Thor. And that's why I really don't like it that much, because, you know, it isn't that good against good legends that have scythes or have hammers. So that's why I put it up so low. But it's a really good legend nonetheless. It's a really good weapon nonetheless, and I really recommend you go use it. Next on our list is the Rocket Lance. I really do have soft spot for this weapon. It's a really OP weapon if you learn how to use it. But if you don't, it's not that good. It's the same deal with the scythe and the axe, but too much on the axe, so that's why I don't like the axe. Yeah, so basically that's how and it's a very good weapon once you know how to use it. And your kills don't get stolen, just like that. So I just have to say it's a very good weapon once you know how to use it. If you don't know how to use it, then go use something else, like a hammer. That's pretty much self-explanatory. And yeah, it could be a very godlike weapon. And I like that. It's the first good weapon on this list. And rightfully so, it's a great weapon. Check it out, please. It's amazing. You can see that I'm wrecking them with this. Because it's such an easy weapon and such a good weapon once you know how to use it. And there we go into the next spot. Anyways, next on the list is the spear. It is a really good weapon. if you learn how to use it. The only reason it's higher than the rocket lance is because Wushang is so OP with it. And maybe Queen Nai as well, but I don't really know, I don't play her. This thing is too OP, like too OP. When Wushang uses it. Otherwise, it isn't that OP. It's just like an average weapon, and I like that. You have to use someone special to get it the full prophecy or something. And I just respect this. I don't really have much to say. It's an average weapon. It's an average weapon in an average life of some Brawlhalla guy. And I'm a big fan. But compared to the rocket lines, it's really not that good. But since Wushang's one is so good, that's why I rank it so high. Anyways, enjoy this game. We're gonna do this. Okay. We're gonna just go to the next thing. I just realized it would be really cringy to show the rest of the gameplay, so just going on to the next one. Okay, next on the list is the guns, or the blasters. I'm a huge fan of these. They're great weapons, but they don't really hold their own up against the best weapons in the game. That's why I put them so low. They can also be very annoying. Like these guys over here. I love the brawlers as well. The brawlers and the gauntlets. The gauntlets and the guns are basically at the same spot right now. I'm talking about they are great, both great weapons. They're very strong weapons both, and that's why I adore both of them. They are at the same spot because they really don't hold their own up against the stronger Brawlhalla weapons. They can do serious shit like that, but sometimes they just don't take the cut. So anyways, that's the tied tier, I call it, because they're tied. And of course, next on the list is nothing, because I have not stopped talking about them. I know, very cringy day in Daytown. I just really like these guns, or these weapons. They're great, and who doesn't like freaking gauntlets and guns and violence? This YouTuber has been demonetized. And there we go. Okay, next on the list. On the list though will be the cannon. It's oh so OP when you learn it. Otherwise, when you just begin using it, it sucks. But it can get so strong. It's a very balanced weapon when you learn it. Up against spammers, it annihilates them. That's why I use it often in ranked, and I adore it. Up against spammers though, it really doesn't actually hold its own. I lied to you. It is not a good weapon up against spammers. Yeah, it sucks up against them. It's good for every other occasion though, except for spammers, and that just downgrades a little bit. Most weapons can annihilate spammers. Going up against spammers right now, and we hate them. We hate spammers. Because the best way to get rid of spammers is spam them yourself. It's the only way to get rid of them. And it really doesn't hold its own up against them. But it holds its own up against every other condition. But that spammer thing, it just downgrades it a little bit. And that's why I really don't think it compares to the other weapons. And that's the next on the list will be. Oh, you're just gonna move on to the next on the list. Okay. Next on the list will be the mother frickin' hammer. Oh shit, we got the other one. The hammer is a great weapon. It just annihilates people, especially when they spam. You could spam back, especially, and the Thor hammer. Thor's hammer is the best, one of the best weapons we've ever seen in this game. And I am a huge fan of it. I adore those weapons. And I really think you should check this weapon out. It's a great weapon. And it really just holds its own up against every condition. And it can, yes, it can follow kill. All its 6 are insane. It's not as good as the cannon, I agree, but it does hold its own up against spammers. That's the one thing that makes it beat the cannon. Otherwise, the cannon would beat it. But I hugely adore having to fight spammers, so I really need a weapon that can outlast those conditions. So, and the hammer just brings that and just nails it perfectly. The hammer is a perfect weapon, and I am in love with it. It is not as good as a cannon. It does not deal as much damage as a cannon. But then again, it does win against spammers. And that's something I adore. Okay, but the best weapon in this game goes to the scythe. It is an OP weapon. Once you know how to learn it, it's balanced, although it's a great weapon. I think you should use it. And although of its insanity of how good it is, it's fairly balanced once you know how to use it. I don't really know how to use it, but I still love the scythe. It's an amazing weapon, and I just am a huge fan of it. We're going to lose up against these people because they are freaking pros or something, but I really do like the scythe, and yeah, that's all I have to say about it. but I don't really need to explain it more. But I think I will. The scythe is such a good weapon that you can literally pick someone up in the air and throw them further in the air. Like, other weapons do this, but not to the extent of the scythe. It literally picks them up. It takes the scythe, picks them up, and throws them higher. It's just an amazing move. I don't really know how to do it, but I think it's an amazing move. I really do love Nyx's scythe. I think it's one of the best weapons in the game. Artemis' scythe is also amazing, and it just annihilates your enemies if you know how to use it. So that's just why I put it like that, so high, and just at number 1, because it just deserves the number 1. It's just perfectly balanced, like all things should be. And that's why I adore the weapon. And that's it for the video. I hope you liked this video. I forgot any weapons. Put it down in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, everyone. And if you disagree, that's great. It's just my personal opinion. You can have a different personal opinion. But I pretty much think that the scythe is the best weapon in Brawlhalla. So, yeah. Leave your list in the comment section below, and I'll see ya.